earnings. Our countdown closer has a group of AI stocks he calls the supply chain of artificial intelligence. He is Pence Capital Management CIO. Dryden Pence, sort of a way of going in versus just looking at the surface names, correct?
Exactly. The important thing is this is the infrastructure of what we're doing. So if we take a look at who is essential to AI, well, you know, that's NVIDIA, but then who's essential to NVIDIA? And therefore you have to look at TSMC because they're making the chips. Then you have to look at ASML because they make the machines that make the chips. So you can't have AI without NVIDIA right now. You can't have NVIDIA without TSMC, which is more than a third of NVIDIA's cost of goods sold. Same for AMD.
Let me just ask you about ASML.
Sure.
Because that company this summer came out and said, we can't even predict if we will be seeing any revenue, which is ridiculous because of course they will, because of the uncertainty regarding China tariffs, and they are a foreign company. They're based in, I believe,
in the Netherlands.
In the Netherlands, yes. And so they're shipping to the U.S., they're shipping everywhere, and the U.S. tariffs have been a huge question mark for them. You're not afraid of that?
We're not terrified of tariffs. One of the things is this is such an essential piece of a product that the prices are going to adjust for it. And there's enough expenditure going into this so that, you know, yes, is it going to raise the price? Yes. Is it going to raise the price to the end user to the point that they don't get a supply? No, they're absolutely essential. So they're at this choke point. You have to have them. So they actually have pricing power, and the tariffs just kind of increase that.
They've exploded this year. The stock has done incredibly well. ASML, Broadcom is another one you're picking.
Absolutely, because if you think about it, Broadcom does, where NVIDIA does kind of the major chips on GPUs, Broadcom is kind of everywhere else, and they're in the customized piece of it. So as this whole AI thing and the utilization of it begins to mature, the ability to have customized chips, like Broadcom makes, is going to be very, very important because it cuts down on power demand, it cuts down on a number of costs and things like that. So you have, it's really the picks and shovels, the baseline of what's bearing out all of this.
Dryden, we've got a sell-off right now. I mean, we've got the Dow down about 332, the NASDAQ down 217, S&P down 36, well off the lows, I should note, of the session. I mean, the S&P was down 79 points at the low here. That said, if you were advising somebody who is trying to sock away a little bit of money every month, would you say this is a buying opportunity?
I say buy chips on dips because it's very, very true. This is the infrastructure of the future of our economy and increasing labor productivity. It's like owning the rails of the Transcontinental Railroad. You need to be there. And so when you get these market dislocations, even though the market's a little frothy right now, these are probably opportunities for people to step into the companies that are essential. Not just all the frothy ones, but the ones that are absolutely essential going forward.
When you are talking to, I wouldn't say rivals, but colleagues at other companies, at other funds, et cetera, and they're saying, I love this, what do you run away from? What are you saying, yeah, you can do that, but I'm staying away?
I'm looking for companies that are going to, in the end, increase labor productivity. And you have to make the argument, this is where you increase labor productivity. That's where margins are going to be made long term. That's how our economy grows. That's how we get more efficient. So I'm always looking for that case. Tell me, make the case, how does this company and what they do increase labor productivity?
Well, we're 2 minutes away from the closing bell, and Tesla is actually paring most of its losses here. They're coming out after the bell. You could argue that that is a company that is volatile, certainly, but has really defied the odds. Have you ever been interested in getting into a company like that?
The short answer is yes. We were early investors in Tesla, as a matter of fact.
What happened? You sold?
No,
oh.
no. As a matter of fact, had the 799th Tesla that was ever built. We bought that. So we bought the stock too to make sure the company stayed solvent. Got the car and love it. But the technology is very important going forward. They defy the odds.
Dryden Pence. We love having you here. Thank you so much.
Love being here.
A great American hero. Thank you for serving our country.